Have you ever stood up in the morning, taken your first few steps, and felt like your joints were creaking louder than the floorboards? Maybe it's your knees whispering their complaints, or your back giving a not-so-gentle reminder that you're not 20 anymore. It's a feeling many of us know too well. That stiffness, that slowness, that sense that our bodies need just a little extra care to get moving. But what if I told you that just a few simple movements right at the start of your day could help you feel more flexible, more energized, and even younger in your joints? Now, I know the idea of stretching might sound like something only fitness buffs or yoga instructors talk about. But here's the thing, you don't have to twist yourself into a pretzel or spend an hour on a mat to give your joints the attention they need. In fact, what I'm about to show you takes just a few minutes each morning, and the results can be life-changing. We're talking about less stiffness, more freedom in your movements, and yes, even adding years of healthy motion to your joints. You see, as we get older, our bodies naturally become a little less forgiving. Muscles shorten, joints lose lubrication. That bounce in your step becomes more of a shuffle. But movement is one of the best medicines, not the kind that comes in a bottle. I'm talking about gentle, intentional movements that wake up your muscles, tell your joints it's time to move, and ease your body into the day without discomfort. And when you make that a habit, that's when the real magic happens. So today we're going to talk about 4 simple morning stretches that can truly add years to your joints. They're not complicated. You can do them right in your bedroom. And most importantly, they're designed with you in mind. Yes, you who may be 60, 70, even 80 years young. You deserve to start each day feeling good in your body. Let's begin with one of the simplest yet most effective movements you can do right when you wake up, before your feet even hit the floor. Imagine this. You've just opened your eyes, sunlight's peeking through the curtains, and instead of immediately reaching for your slippers, you lie back and give your body a moment to prepare. Just a few slow ankle circles. That's it. Lay on your back, relax your legs, and gently roll your ankles. 10 times clockwise, 10 times counterclockwise. Why start there? Because your ankles are the foundation of your balance. When they're stiff, everything above them, your knees, hips, even your spine, ends up working harder. Ankle circles get the blood flowing, wake up the small stabilizing muscles, and remind your brain that movement is safe and smooth. You might even feel a little warmth or tingling. That's circulation saying, "Good morning." From there, I want you to gently slide to the edge of your bed and sit upright, feet flat on the floor, hands resting on your thighs. This next movement is a seated spinal twist. Now, don't let the name fool you. We're not turning ourselves into a corkscrew here, just a gentle, supported twist to bring motion into your spine. Here's how you do it. Sit tall, shoulders relaxed, and slowly turn your upper body to the right. Place your left hand on your right thigh and your right hand just behind you on the bed for support. Hold that twist for about 10 seconds, breathing deeply, then come back to center and repeat on the other side. You'll probably feel a little stretch along your back, maybe even a tiny pop as the vertebrae say, "Ah, thank you." Why is this important? Because your spine is more than just a stack of bones. It's your core highway of movement. It supports your posture, your balance, and even your breathing. When we sit or lie down for long periods, which, let's be honest, many of us do more often than we should, the spine can become stiff and compressed. This gentle twist helps undo some of that tightness, encourages better posture, and sets the tone for more upright, confident movement through the day. And speaking of posture, let's not forget the often neglected area that holds so much tension, the shoulders. If you've ever noticed your shoulders creeping up toward your ears when you're stressed or cold, you're not alone. They carry more than just your cardigan. They carry years of habits, worries, and unconscious tension. So while you're still seated, Let's try some shoulder rolls. Nice and easy. Bring your shoulders up toward your ears, then roll them back and down in a circular motion. 5 to 10 slow, mindful rolls. Then reverse, up, forward, and down. You might hear a few clicks or pops, and that's okay. As long as there's no pain, that's just your body reminding you that it's waking up. These shoulder rolls help to lubricate the joints, release neck tension, and bring awareness to your upper body. Better yet, they prepare your arms for reaching, lifting, hugging, all the motions that connect us to the world and to each other. There's one more stretch I'd love to share with you, and it's one of the most powerful for protecting the joints that carry you everywhere, your hips. Now, the hips are a funny thing. When they're working well, you hardly notice them, but when they start to tighten, weaken, or ache, oh, you feel it in everything. Sitting too long, standing too long, walking, even trying to roll over in bed. Suddenly it's all harder than it needs to be. That's why this next movement, the gentle standing hip opener, is so important. Once you've finished your seated stretches, and only when you feel steady enough, go ahead and stand up slowly. Place one hand on a wall, the bedpost, or a sturdy chair for support. We're not testing balance here. We're just helping the hips remember how to move comfortably. Now, standing tall, lift your right knee just a little, nothing dramatic, and begin making slow circles with your knee, like you're drawing a small circle in the air. 5 circles in one direction, then 5 in the other. Then switch to the left leg. Keep the movement small and slow. You're not trying to win a race. You're reminding your hips that they are still capable, still flexible, still strong. These hip circles gently loosen the joint, warm up the surrounding muscles, and support your ability to walk, stand, and sit without pain. And just like with the ankles, when the hips are happy, everything else above and below starts to feel better, too. Some people ask me, is it really that simple? Can these small movements actually make a difference? And my answer is always the same. Absolutely, because what we're doing here isn't about breaking a sweat, it's about breaking the cycle of stiffness. Each morning stretch is like sending a little message to your body that says, you're safe, you can move, you're still alive and full of potential. And it's not just your joints that benefit. Stretching, even just for 5 or 10 minutes, does something beautiful for your mind too. It brings you into the moment. It helps you connect with how you're feeling that day. Maybe one morning your shoulders feel looser than usual. Maybe your back feels tight. That awareness, that's a gift. It helps you take care of yourself with more intention. In fact, one of the most powerful things you can do after your stretches is simply to stand still for a moment. Close your eyes if you feel steady. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it out slowly through your mouth. Notice your feet on the ground. Feel the space in your joints. Listen to your breath. You've just given yourself the kind of care most people rush past. And believe me, your body notices. Now, some mornings might feel easier than others. That's perfectly normal. The point isn't to stretch the same way every day. It's to listen to what your body needs that day. On days when you feel tired or stiff, start smaller. On days when you feel more open, you can gently lean into the movements a little more. But always, and I do mean always, move with kindness. You're not forcing change, you're inviting it. Over time, what you'll start to notice is that your mornings begin to feel more fluid. You'll rise with less resistance. Your movements will feel more graceful. Even getting dressed, walking to the kitchen, or stepping out for a morning walk will feel easier, more natural. And don't be surprised if your mood improves too. There's something empowering about taking time for yourself first thing in the day. Before the to-do list starts, before the phone rings, before the world asks anything of you. You've already done something meaningful just for you. If you're someone who's had a long history with joint pain or stiffness, you might feel skeptical. You might be thinking, I've lived with this for years. How can a few stretches change that? But the beauty of the human body, even in our 60s, 70s, or 80s, is that it still wants to heal. It still responds to movement, warmth, attention. These stretches don't fix everything overnight, but they do open the door for healing to begin. And once that door opens, amazing things can happen. You might walk farther than you did last week. You might stand up from a chair more easily. You might find yourself moving through the day with a bit more confidence. And confidence, that's something you can feel in your bones. So let's take a moment to really appreciate what you've already done. You've taken the first steps toward better joint health. You've made time for your body, your well-being, and your future. And that's not just smart, it's inspiring. These simple movements, ankle circles, spinal twists, shoulder rolls, and now hip circles, are the kind of tools that don't just help you move. They help you live freely, fully, without the limits that stiffness and pain try to impose. And as the days go by, you'll start to feel the difference in the little things, how easily you turn to reach. You've already begun, and the journey doesn't stop here, because the final stretch in this simple morning routine is one that brings everything together. It's gentle, grounding, and surprisingly effective. It's called the standing wall reach, and it's one of the easiest ways to bring mobility to your spine, your shoulders, and your upper back, all areas that tend to tighten up over the years. All you need is a wall. Stand facing it, just a foot or two away. Place your palms on the wall at about shoulder height, fingers pointing up, and slowly walk your fingers upward, reaching toward the ceiling as far as feels comfortable. Feel your arms stretch, your chest open, and your spine gently lengthen. Pause there, take a breath, then slowly walk your fingers back down. Now you might not get your arms straight up the first time, and that's perfectly okay. This isn't about how far you go, it's about how you go. Gentle, slow, respectful of your body. With each day, you may notice you reach a little higher or feel a little more space in your shoulders. The beauty of this movement is how much it opens the upper body. So many of us carry our tension there, especially if we've spent years sitting at desks, driving, or even just hunching over our phones. This simple upward reach reminds the muscles around the spine and shoulders to lengthen again instead of compress. It invites better posture, and better posture invites better breathing, better digestion, and less strain on the joints. It's all connected. And here's something wonderful. Doing this stretch daily sends a quiet signal to your brain that you're investing in yourself, that your body still matters, that even if you've been through surgeries, setbacks, or years of stiffness, you haven't given up on mobility. And that mindset, that's half the battle. When you believe you can improve, your body responds. Let's pause for a second and really sit with that, because somewhere along the line, many of us were taught that aging means decline, that pain is inevitable, that slowing down is just part of the deal. But that's not entirely true. Sure, we may move a little slower or need more time to warm up, but our bodies are designed to adapt. And with just a few minutes each morning, you're proving that to yourself, one gentle stretch at a time. And I'll tell you something else. You're not alone. There are so many others out there just like you who've chosen to take back a little control over how they feel each day. People in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who found that with consistency and care, they can do more than they ever thought possible. They can walk farther, stand longer, move with less fear of falling, feel steadier, stronger, and more free. You might even notice that your joints aren't the only things that feel lighter. Your mind does too, because movement isn't just physical, it's emotional. When your body feels better, your confidence grows. You start to trust yourself again. You say yes to that short walk, or that lunch out, or that family trip you once hesitated over because you weren't sure how your body would hold up. And that is exactly what these stretches are about. Not about flexibility for its own sake, but about freedom. The freedom to enjoy your mornings without the cloud of pain or stiffness hanging over you. The freedom to reach, to twist, to walk, and to live without fear that your body will let you down. Now, I want you to take a moment and notice how you feel. Really check in. Maybe your joints feel a little looser. Maybe you feel more awake. Or maybe you're just proud of yourself for showing up and doing something positive. And that pride, you've earned it. Because the truth is, most people don't do this. They think it's too late, or they believe it won't make a difference. But here you are, proving otherwise. You took a few simple steps this morning and you've already sent your body down a better path. And guess what? You can come back to these stretches anytime. Tomorrow morning, the next day, the one after that. They're yours now. And you don't have to do them perfectly. You don't have to hit a certain number or stretch to a specific angle. Just moving, even a little, is a win. It's forward motion. It's progress. And over time, those little wins add up to big changes. So let's do one more thing together. Wherever you are, take one deep breath in, and as you exhale, let go of any tension in your body. Relax your jaw, soften your shoulders, feel your feet on the floor. You've done something beautiful for yourself today, and that matters. These stretches may seem small, but they carry a powerful message. Your health still matters. Your body is still worth caring for. You are still in the game. And it's never too late to feel better, to move better, to live better. You are still in the game. And it's never too late to feel better, to move better, to live better. Now, here's something I want you to remember. And I really mean this. You don't have to become someone else to take care of your body. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need to go to a gym. You don't need to be flexible or fit or any of those labels people throw around. You just need you. You showing up in the morning. You making a small decision to stretch. You saying yes to feeling better. These 4 stretches, then the ankle circles, the seated spinal twist, the gentle hip circles, and the wall reach, might seem simple on the surface, but they're like golden threads that reconnect your body to strength, steadiness, and possibility. They lubricate the joints, warm up the muscles, wake up your nervous system, and even help improve circulation. They give your body exactly what it needs, in a way that respects where you are right now in life. There's no competition here, no pressure, no comparison, just a quiet, consistent rhythm that supports your health from the inside out. And here's something else that happens when you keep showing up for yourself like this. You start to notice the world feels just a little more manageable. That creaky feeling in the morning eases up. You move through your day with a little more grace. You feel a bit steadier when you step out of bed or when you turn to grab something from the counter. Even your mood shifts, because when your body feels supported, your mind begins to settle. You're not bracing for pain all the time. You're not dreading that first step or that first bend or that long walk to the mailbox. Instead, you're trusting yourself again. You're moving with intention. You're waking up with purpose. And if there's one thing I hope you take away from all of this, it's that you are not too old to improve. That phrase, "I'm just getting older," might be true, but it doesn't have to mean you're declining. It can mean you're growing wiser, more in tune with your body, more aware of what really matters. You've made a choice to invest in your health this morning, and I want you to be proud of that. Not everyone makes that choice. Many people write off their joint pain as just part of aging and never realize how much better life can feel with just a few simple changes. But you showed up, you took action, you gave your body what it's been quietly asking for: gentle movement, attention, love. Now, if you keep this up, even just 5 to 10 minutes each morning, you'll start to notice the compound effect. One stretch turns into better posture. Better posture turns into deeper breathing. Deeper breathing helps you sleep better. Better sleep gives you more energy to move. And suddenly, your days feel lighter. You have more freedom, more joy, more moments where your body feels like your friend again, not your enemy. So here's what I'd love you to do. Keep going. Keep coming back to these stretches each morning or whenever your body needs them. You can even modify them as you go. Maybe you add a few extra movements as you gain confidence, or maybe you just take more time with the ones that feel really good. Let your body be your guide, and while you're at it, I'd love to hear from you. Truly, if you've felt even a small difference from doing these stretches, a bit more comfort in your knees, less stiffness in your back, more ease in your movements, share your experience in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if this video helped you feel even a little better, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. It helps more than you know, not just me, but others who are looking for real, gentle ways to take care of themselves too. You'd be surprised how many people out there are searching for exactly this kind of encouragement, this kind of support. You can be part of that. Because at the end of the day, we all need reminders that our bodies are still capable, that we still have power over our well-being, that even in our 60s, 70s, or 80s, we are still growing, still learning, still thriving. So here's to mornings that feel better. Here's to joints that move more freely. Here's to strength and softness, to confidence and calm, to waking up and saying, yes, I'm still here and I still matter. Take care of yourself, be kind to your body, and remember, small changes lead to big freedom. Here's to living your best life at any age.